If your videos aren't getting views, it's probably not the content, it's your thumbnail. On YouTube, the harsh truth is that people will judge your video in less than a second, and what they see first is the thumbnail. In 2025, AI has made it easier than ever to design thumbnails that stand out, grab attention, and get clicks. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how you can use Canva and MidJourney to create thumbnails that actually go viral. Let's start. For step 1, why thumbnails matter. Most creators think the key to YouTube success is just good content. And yes, content matters, but here's the thing. Your content doesn't even get a chance to shine if nobody clicks on it. The single biggest factor that determines whether someone clicks your video is the thumbnail. Along with the title, the thumbnail is the first impression. It's like the cover of a book, but 10 times more important because you're competing with thousands of other videos in someone's feed. This is where CTR, or click-through rate, comes in. CTR is the percentage of people who see your thumbnail and decide to click. If your CTR is low, YouTube won't push your video no matter how good it is. If it's high, YouTube rewards you by recommending your video to more people. In other words, thumbnails directly control your reach. Think about it. The algorithm is not watching your video like a human. It only sees patterns and numbers. And the first number it looks at is CTR. That's why thumbnails aren't just decoration. They are your secret weapon. And now with AI, you don't need to be a Photoshop wizard or a professional graphic designer to make thumbnails that pop. Let's talk about how Canva AI can completely change your workflow. To step 2, Canva AI. Canva has become the go-to tool for creators because it's simple, drag and drop, and full of templates. But in 2025, it's leveled up with powerful AI features that make thumbnail creation ridiculously fast. First, let's talk about magic resize. One of the most annoying parts of designing graphics is adjusting them for different platforms. Maybe you want the same design for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or even a podcast cover. Normally, you'd have to redo everything manually. But with Canva's magic resize, you just design once, hit a button, and it automatically adapts your design to the correct dimensions for any platform. That's a massive time saver. Next is the text-to-image feature. This is where AI gets fun. Instead of wasting hours scrolling through stock images or trying to take your own photos, you can literally type in a description and get a unique background image generated just for your thumbnail. For example, you could type, "futuristic neon city with glowing blue lights," and Canva will instantly give you multiple options. No one else has that exact background, which means your thumbnail stands out. Another powerful trick is using Canva's AI background remover. Let's say you have a picture of yourself, but the background is messy. With one click, AI cuts out your face perfectly so you can place it on a bold, colorful backdrop. Clean, professional, and way more clickable. And don't forget text. Canva now suggests AI-generated text styles that automatically match your thumbnail vibe. Bold, punchy, and attention-grabbing. You can make your text pop with shadows, outlines, or neon glows, all with one click. In short, Canva AI removes the barriers of graphic design. Even if you have zero design experience, you can make thumbnails that look professional in minutes. But what if you want something truly next level? That's where MidJourney or Ideogram comes in. Step 3, MidJourney/Ideogram. If Canva is your easy and flexible design hub, MidJourney and Ideogram are your creativity engines. These tools let you generate stunning, eye-catching images using nothing but text prompts. Here's why that matters. People are drawn to faces, emotions, and colors. The most viral thumbnails usually have exaggerated expressions, bold contrasts, and strong storytelling in one frame. MidJourney and Ideogram let you create those visuals from scratch. For example, you could type a prompt like, "A surprised man holding his head, dramatic lighting, bold red and yellow background, comic book style." In seconds, you'll get an image that looks like it was illustrated by a pro. Or maybe you want something cinematic. Epic wide-angle shot of a glowing treasure chest in a dark cave. Golden light shining, highly detailed, realistic. Now you have a thumbnail that looks like a movie poster. Something that makes people stop scrolling. The key with MidJourney is to use prompts that emphasize Faces with clear emotions, surprised, shocked, happy, worried. Bold colors like red, yellow, and green that catch the eye instantly. Contrast between subject and background. Simple storytelling that shows what your video is about in one glance. Ideogram is also great for text-based thumbnails, especially when you want artistic or styled text that looks handcrafted. While Canva handles text overlays well, Ideogram can give you unique typography that matches your concept perfectly. Once you've got your AI-generated art, the next step is combining everything into a killer design. Step 4. Combining designs. Now comes the magic part, combining AI artwork from MidJourney or Ideogram with Canva's easy editing tools. Here's the workflow. 1. Generate your image in MidJourney. Let's say it's a surprise face or a cinematic object. 2. Export it and bring it into Canva. 3. Add your branding elements, your face, your logo, or a specific color scheme you always use. Consistency builds recognition. If people see your style repeatedly, they'll start clicking faster because they know it's you. Next, add bold text overlays. The trick here is to keep text short and powerful, 3 to 5 words max. Instead of writing, "How to grow a YouTube channel fast," you write, "More views now," or "YouTube growth hack." The goal is to tease, not explain. Make sure the text contrasts with the background. For example, if your background is dark, use white or neon text. If it's light, use black or red. Always make sure the words are readable, even on a tiny phone screen. Another pro tip is to add depth and layering. Don't just slap text over the image. Use Canva's shadows, outlines, and glow effects to make your subject pop. Blur the background slightly so the main object stands out. Little tweaks like this make the thumbnail look professional and intentional. By combining MidJourney's unique art with Canva's text and layout tools, you get the best of both worlds, originality and clarity. Step 5. Testing CTR. Okay, you've designed your thumbnail. It looks awesome. But here's the catch. What looks awesome to you might not perform well with your audience. That's why testing is critical. There are 2 main ways to test CTR. 1. YouTube experiments. YouTube now has a built-in feature called Experiments that lets you A/B test thumbnails. You upload 2 or 3 different thumbnail designs, and YouTube shows them to different viewers. After a while, it tells you which one performs better. This is the most accurate way to test because it's based on real audience behavior. 2. TubeBuddy A/B testing. If you want even more control, TubeBuddy has an A/B testing tool specifically for thumbnails. You can set it up so your video alternates between 2 thumbnails over a certain period, and it tracks the CTR results. Here's the thing, even a small improvement in CTR makes a massive difference. For example, if your CTR goes from 4% to 6%, that's a 50% increase in clicks. On a video with 100,000 impressions, that means thousands of extra views just from changing the thumbnail. So don't settle on your first design. Always test, tweak, and optimize. And that's how you make viral YouTube thumbnails with AI in 2025. First, understand why thumbnails matter and how they control your reach. Then use Canva AI to quickly build polished designs. Take it to the next level with MidJourney or Ideogram for unique visuals. Combine everything in Canva with bold text and consistent branding. Finally, test your CTR with YouTube Experiments or TubeBuddy to make sure you've got the best version. Thumbnails aren't just graphics. They're the gateway to your content. Mastering them is one of the fastest ways to grow your channel. So what about you? What tool do you use for your thumbnails? Canva, MidJourney, Photoshop, or something else? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. And if you found this useful, make sure to subscribe for more weekly AI shortcuts that will save you time and level up your content game. Because remember, your video might be amazing, but without the right thumbnail, no one will ever click to find out.